Hello everyone, welcome to my SMB3 Warpless breakdown video. This was done during the race for the weekly Warpless races of Mario 3, and I think this is a fantastic video to review and teach everyone out there some of the things you can do to save your run in case certain things go wrong. I don't want to spoil things at the start, but there are a lot of things where not many people are going to know exactly what to do because most runners you see them reset. So as you can see, I started off, I didn't really do any safe strats in 1-1. If I was at a GDQ, I probably would have, but in this instance, I think I was okay. We're gonna go for the 1-2 P speed, and we do nail it, which is pretty good. I already know I'm off to a pretty strong, I'm off to a pretty strong start. Very nice, we get the mushroom, we're on top of it. Now I haven't been running the game very much lately, so I'm kind of nervous because it's a full warpless run. There's so much RNG can happen, and it can just be a nightmare. But we're getting pretty decent Hammer Brother movements, and the fortress, we do take our first safety strat, which I think was a good idea because I know Stewie got hit in his race, and I was up against him. There was actually 34 people in this race, so big race. Now, that right there is a perfect strategy that nobody would ever see me do if you were watching me do speedruns because I always go for the highest strategy. That is a great thing for you to do if the orb jump is giving you a lot of trouble. Perfect. All right, and as you guys expect, we got the Mfp Tunnel coming up. Unfortunately, I don't hit it, but I don't take damage on that plant. That's like one of the scariest parts about missing the Mfp Tunnel, but we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. All right, we got our one up. That's pretty normal. Hammer Brother is still, yeah, giving us some juicy moves. We did some safety strats, so it's not like we're on pace to gold in World 1 or anything. I mean, I think it looks like we've so far gotten all movements of 1 and 1-6 worked exactly the way you want. So I did the right safety strat in the fortress because that is a huge time loss versus not doing the safety strat in 1-1. There's a lot of runners who would do the pipe rub in 1-1, and I don't blame them. I think that's something that a lot of runners should do. Hammer Brother gave us another movement of 1. That's fantastic. And that gives us the Fire Flower. That's great. All right. So now we move on to the Airship. And I think we should be okay to fast forward here because I think a lot of people have seen this. So let's go ahead and give it a little jump here. Perfect. Right into the pipe. Go for our normal fire kill. Nice, very well done. That's a pretty good World 1 for a race. We got a 3:31 on our splits. It says -4 seconds because my splits are running up against early hammer manipulation, and as you know, I do slowdowns in World 1 to eliminate lag. I got my carrots, taking my juicy carrot bites. Let's go. We'll fast forward a little bit, get started in World 2 here. Ooh, a little too far. We'll stop right there. That's fine. Perfect, right? The transition. Right on. We don't see the Peaches item from the transition, which means we saved 1 frame, to my knowledge. If we were playing on the Japanese version, though, ooh, that's going to be very exciting. Japanese version to come. This was just for a race. I didn't have time to get good at the Japanese version yet, but that version is coming. So very clean World 2 level 1. There wasn't a whole lot I could do there, and it's a quite safe level. I mean, I'm not really going to mess up, and you know, even if I do, you know, shit happens. That's okay. I am worried right here because you can fall off this brown block right there that I jumped off and you would go right into the hole. I don't mind so much falling into the water. I mean, that's okay. If that happens to you and you run this, again, nothing you can do about it. It's better than dying, and it's definitely better than losing Fire Flower. Losing Fire Flower is just awful. All right, take a couple more bites of my carrot, get that one up. I'm on my way. 5 minutes into the run. All right, so the Hammer Brother actually did a movement there that could potentially lead into a TAS early hammer. And the reason we call it TAS early hammer is because the Hammer Brothers would get stuck on top of each other and they'd kind of marathon towards me, just like early hammer manipulation, but without doing any of the slowdowns. So when I saw that movement, I was like, no way, not in a race, but maybe. I mean, it's still possible, but I had to keep focusing. I think it shook me up a little bit in this level because I did miss that pipe at the beginning. But I think I handled it pretty nicely. Especially for not running this game. I mean, I haven't done a Warpless run probably since the last weekly Warpless race, which was like a couple months ago. So I'm really throwing myself here. And I didn't get the Hammer Brother movement. I needed that Hammer Brother to move back over the Mushroom House again. And of course, since I haven't been running lately, like I've mentioned, I decided not to do the, that's right, I decided not to do the green rocket strat, because if I lose my fire flower, I'm just gonna keep bleeding more and more time. So again, I don't even know if not going for the green rocket is considered a safe strat. I just think it's considered a smart strat, since I might be a little rusty and taking damage would really suck in a big race like this. Hoping to get good Hammer Brothers. Ooh, and they're in a very bad position right there. The Hammer Brothers are in a position where I have to gamble going up or down, and wherever they go is wherever they go. And again, not a whole lot I can do about that. Luckily, I'll be able to see which Hammer Brother is which after this level, and, you know, I'll gravitate towards that Hammer Brother. I think that's the smartest play. Okay, got our mushroom. Let's see. So that Hammer Brother moved up, but the music box also moved up. So going down is better for me because I am avoiding the music box. I don't want to get that extra music box. I just want the hammer. So I'm hoping that the Hammer Brother moves down past the pyramid, but we'll see. My levels have been fantastic. World 2 has been great. My only mistake was missing that pipe in the fortress. Other than that, things have been pretty smooth. I didn't go for green rocket. And unfortunately, the Hammer Brothers switched, which means now the hammer's all the way up by 4. So in hindsight, I made the wrong gamble. If I gone to level 4, this might have been pretty good for me. So we got the pyramid, and normally we want to either fight the Hammer Brother before the pyramid so that we can control the boss pattern, or we fight the Hammer Brother in between the pyramid and the castle, which would be also fine. So unfortunately, we can't do that. If they switch again, that would be amazing, because I would just go up 1 tile, right? Ooh, unfortunately, he goes in between the mushroom and 4, so I have to go all the way around, and then I have to go all the way back. So unfortunately, in this race, that is a big time loss, but for anyone running Warpless out there, that's not a big deal. There's really not much you can do about it, right? I got a movement of 1 after. I do the bump, so I buffer because it's a lot of movements, and I'm right back in. That did cost me a good chunk of seconds, which sucks in a race. And in a normal Warpless run, I would have reset. So normally anyone watching wouldn't know that. So let's fast forward to the boss pattern, because we're going to get a very strange one from being all the way between the mushroom house and 4, travel all the way back down. And yeah. Nice. So he gave me the jump, but he jumped again. I was not expecting that second jump. That is very unfortunate. Losing my fire flower right at the end of World 2. Right, so now we have to get it back in World 3. Kind of not starting World 3 off strong, but World 1 and 2 have gone really well with the way I've done levels, and the Hammer Brothers that happened in World 2 is a great example of how you should just keep going. It's really not a big deal. Just get the hammer, get out of there. And hey, at least now you know what the boss is going to do if you're ever in that exact situation. That's fantastic. All right, now here's another good example for anyone running this that don't know where to get the next fire flower or the best way to get the next fire flower. And it is going to be in 3-1, which, ooh, we got the frame jump. That's very good. Get a point for my points tournament. Purple water, not sure why. Nice. So you want to get P-speed, and then you want to jump down into the water. So the P-speed is stored in the water, and when you jump out, you can keep the P-speed. Water acts the same as if you're in the air. So if you get P-speed and jump in the water, you'll have your P-speed swimming at a slow speed for the normal duration as if you were in the air for that same time and it ran out. So pretty cool. It allows you to keep it. It kind of is the fastest way, and you don't want to waste a good old fast 3-2, right? Hammer Brothers gave me a normal movement, not the end of the world, but we are watching out for Runaway Bro. Gotta watch out for that. Very nice. Almost took damage by that. Oh, that was just, oof. That was way too scary, but not bad. I mean, it's normal to make a little bit of mistakes here and there. My headset was actually dying, and it was adding more stress, so I had to get the volume back and turn it back on. And we got a very scary Hammer Brother movement there. One movement to the right. That Hammer Brother is just on the doorstep to running away. But I'm focusing more on making sure my levels are correct, and I'm gonna play out the Hammer Brothers in the moment, because big mistakes in levels are gonna cost more down the road than, you know, taking one extra Hammer Brother or some crap like that. So my levels are great. I got fast 3-2. I mean, that's not an easy level with being a little under practiced. I'm pretty happy with myself, Very minor mistakes. And of course, we got the runaway bro. Very, very frustrating. Coming in on a race. My skill is doing really well. You know, I want my time to reflect on that, but Warpless doesn't care about what I feel. So the best thing that I can do is just try and keep playing the best that I possibly can. And you might be asking, well, what do you do in this situation, Mitch? You got runaway bro and you don't reset. You always reset at runaway bro. So what is the play here? So my play is I'm actually going to skip this hammer brother. And that hammer brother is the actual hammer that you would use in World 4. So I'm deciding, you know, ahead of time, I'm going to skip that. I've already decided I'm going to play World 4, Fort 1, which normally in Warpless you wouldn't because you get that hammer brother. And I'm going to try and skip both the hammer brothers in this world. So I'm going to be down a star, and I'm constantly trying to remember that. Keeping my head in the game there. Okay, hammer brother did a movement of 3. He didn't come back. He could have. And now I'm going to cloud. Because if I did one hammer brother, the bridge would be open, and I wouldn't be able to cloud here. You have to do the exact amount of levels before you get here, plus the 2 hammer brothers, for the bridge to be closed, allowing you to cross. Or you do the exact amount of levels and skip both the hammer brothers, which is what I did. So yeah, runaway bro cost me the time a little bit. I'd say about half of Fort 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I'm down a star. So the race is actually going okay because that hammer brother didn't end up getting back in my way. This is okay. I can deal with the 20-second time loss. Not a big deal. This is a race. Lots of people are getting runaway bro. There's lots of chit chat going on in the Discord. Very nice. We got the H jump. So my World 3 was very nice in terms of skill. I didn't really mess anything up. I did get a slower World 3 though because I had to grab the Fire Flower in 3-1, unfortunately. But there's not a whole lot I could do about that. All right. We just have pipe transitions and we got Wendy. Give a little fast forward here. Very nice. We drop down. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice. It's like riding a bike. You don't forget the Wendy kill. All right, let's move forward a little bit. Let's try not to go too far. So it showed that I saved time in World 3, but I didn't actually save time. It just showed that because I skipped the 2 hammer brothers when normally I would fight them. Now I got to do the fortress here. But I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about making sure that I play the best that I can because the RNG is just going to be whatever it is. I just have to make the right decisions on the spot. So I revert back to my old baby strategy of the turtle shell, which is like 1 second slower than probably a couple people in the race. They like to do the faster strat. But it worked out for me. I felt more comfortable, right? I was more in tune with my run. And I think overall comfort and consistency is very important for races. I've had a lot of experience at GDQs, so I've sometimes in races, I make the right plays. I got it. And 4-2 is one of the easier levels in the entire run. Everything just works out perfectly for you to, get to the end. So that's very nice. It's okay. Got a life. We're looking to get the cloud in this world. We just want to get the cloud. And that's this hammer brother right here. So he moves away from me, which is really bad because I kind of wanted him to go to the mushroom house because now I have to do the fortress. So I can't get him here. He's going to run away from me again because he can't move on to a beaten level tile and he can't move on to the tile if I'm on it, especially. That's definitely something they cannot do. But as far as my gameplay goes, still very minimal mistakes, a couple safety strats, and we learned how to avoid runaway bro where it's not a huge deal. Okay. Like I said, he's forced to run away. There's nowhere else for him to go. And I got a marathon. So my hammer brother in World 2 caused me to do like 17 extra tiles or some crap. I got runaway bro in World 3. And now I got a marathon in World 4. My hammer brothers are not being nice. But that fortress was very sexy. And my gameplay is keeping me in this race. It's really nice. So in this situation with the hammer brothers, and now I only need the cloud and I want to music box the other two. So what happens is they switch. Of course, they got to give me a long movement. But there's nothing I can do here. I don't want this item. It's not a good idea to music box here because I'd have to do level 4 and then another level. So I'd have to pass by the cloud and then come back. And most likely the P-Wing would be in front of him because just those two switched, right? So the best play in that scenario is to just clean house and take out the hammer brothers. I'll have the extra P-Wing, so now I'm not going to use the music box in World 4, which means I don't have to P-Wing 5-1 and get the music box. I can keep Fire Flower, and I have the P-Wing for 7-6. I don't need to clip. I know a lot of you might not be able to know that right now, but I'm just giving you a little heads up that the play right there is, at that point, just clean sweep World 4 with the Hammer Brothers, and then you can do easier strats in the future, right? Get your Cloud. Yeah. There you go. We know the Cloud was second because they just switched. And then, unfortunately, I want to do 4-6, but he moved down, so now that's going to give me a couple extra tiles, but it is better to keep fighting all the Hammer Brothers while you pass through the world. Get rid of them on the way. Don't ever have to come back for them. But that's okay. All the Hammer Brothers are gone. I know I'm going to get the 100% pattern for the boss, because in the 100% run, you kill all the Hammer Brothers, so I'm pretty confident. I'm comfortable. I'm a little upset at the RNG, but in a race, you can't do anything about it. You keep your head in the game, and you keep pushing forward. Okay. We got our 1-up. And I'm a little worried about the Fortress, because the Fortress kind of bullies people a lot on and off. It's very hard to consistently be consistent, but I nailed it, so I'm pretty happy. All the strats worked in World 4 except for 4-4. I didn't get the P-Speed on the top, and I had a little Splish Splash at the end, which is something you didn't want. Hey, but I got the upper ledge Boom Boom kill. That was awesome. Let's go. Now we can fast forward. Don't worry, I would never put you guys through the World 4 airship, I promise. Do I though? Let's go back. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna go back. Okay. Okay, we're right in the pipe. And we know we got the fire kill. Yep. I missed one shot, but it's okay. I'm very comfortable with that kill. You guys seen before. Very nice. I'm not happy about that time, but I know that most of that time is caused to RNG. Not a whole lot I can do about it. So stay positive, keep your head in the game. Let's get out of this world. All right. So like I said before, I have the extra P-Wing, and I didn't use the music box in World 4, so I don't need to P-Wing this level, and I can keep my Fire Flower. Makes me very happy. Go for my pseudo stutter step in 5-1. Unfortunately, I wasn't perfect enough. And actually, I've been doing so much testing on the Japanese version, I was expecting to go into the pipe there, and no, there is no pipe there. That's funny. I remember mentioning that during the race too. Okay. This is one of the levels I kind of forgot to practice, but I remembered you hold right, you go left, and you're good. And just remember, if you're a Mario 3 speedrunner, these exact Hammer Brother situations are going to happen to you. There's no doubt about it. You cannot avoid it if you're going to be a Mario 3 runner. And sometimes just simply making the best decision, given your outcome, is going to give you still a better time than if you tried to flip-flop and tried to do what you thought might be the best. There's like certain bests in certain situations and, you know, certain not best. I'm rambling. Let's go. Let's move on. 5-2 is great. Hammer Brothers are switching back and forth. We used the music box, right? Because we didn't use in 4. We saved it. We don't need the 2 Hammer Brothers. We also got the star back in World 4. Remember we were down a star from World 3? Because we got the Runaway Bro. Well, fighting all the Hammer Brothers in World 4 gave us a P-Wing and a star. So now we're pretty good. We're right on track with some, you know, we don't have to do wall jump. We don't have to clip 7-6. We only got to clip 7-1. And that Fortress was really good too. I almost took damage about halfway through. I wanted to do a duck jump, but I like duck and unduck. I know I have an extra star to do the Twisty Castle, which is good. Star and Twisty Castle versus not star is roughly 2 seconds. It's not needed though. You don't need it. Save the star for 7-2, but I know I'm doing fast 7-2, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't need the star. But pretty good Twisty Castle so far. Pretty good World 5 so far, other than missing the pseudo stutter step. Oof. Oh, you don't want to miss that pipe, but at least I didn't have P-Speed, right? Missing a pipe with P-Speed means you should have had P-Speed on the other side, and now you're not going to. All right, so I used my only music box. I only had one, so I am going to get the Hammer Brother in this world. We just got to hope he doesn't do movements of 4. You guys know about the movements of 4. They cost a lot of time, and this Hammer Brother really likes to do stuff like that. That was actually a little bit shaky 5-4, but I managed to pull it off. 5-4 is very scary. Actually, I think Yadokami died in the race in this one, and that allowed me to take the lead over him. So thank you, 5-4, I guess. We're going to go for the difficult 5-5 with the pseudo stutter step. Keep the P-Speed manipulation there just a little bit. Very nice. I went for a double shot there on the plants. I shouldn't have, because if I accidentally let go of jump, I will die. That jump is just big enough to make. So holding A and tapping B, just think about it on the NES controller with your thumb right now. Think about it. You'd have to hold A, so you'd have to use kind of like the, would it be the ball of your thumb, the bottom of your thumb, where you'd have to tap with the tip of your thumb. It's very difficult. So we got the Hammer Brother, no movements of 4. I'm happy about that. Everything's kind of going my way in this world. Not much can complain. I'm getting my P-speed strategies. Very nice, cleaning house. Right on. Watch I was very scared about my coin count earlier because I don't want to get a coin ship, but it turned out to be okay. Movement of 2. I'd like movements of 1, obviously, but you know, it's a race. I'm sure other people are getting movements of 4 and stuff, so you take what you can get, right? I was a little hesitant with this level because I hadn't done it in a while. I was getting in my head a little bit. I managed to do it okay. I mean, I flipped up the end there, which sucks, but some of the jumps in the middle of the level, I was almost getting in my head like, oh no, that's not the right jump, you know, and that's just what happens from not playing for a while. But we cleaned up. Very nice. All right, and then this last level can definitely trip you up. You make either too light of a jump or too hard of a jump. The cloud spaces here are in very silly positions where the jumps are super easy, but it's sometimes super easy to miss them too. Very weird level, but we nailed it. Very nice. Make sure I don't get 88 coins here. Oof. Nice, we got 89. And we're gonna have to do some good menuing here. We got a movement of 1. That's pretty decent menuing. I mean, I had to kind of guess where my items were, but I was familiar that the cloud would be inputs to the left, so. So I know I'm gonna be able to get a fire kill pattern with this boss, but I don't want to risk it. See, I got the 2 shots and he stayed there. I could have kept shooting him and then stop him, but I've already had so much bad luck where if I physically start messing things up, it's just gonna make things worse and worse and worse. Right on, not bad. All right, we'll start word 6. Yep, we go into the pipe transition. Yep, we use our rock. Had a slow inventory there, but that's okay. Got upper pattern, a little rough RNG there, but not much I can do about it. All right, the Hammer Brothers didn't really move in a position that I wanted them to move, but that's okay. Hey, you guys know this level. You saw it in the Japanese version, didn't you? Well, we're gonna take our double damage boost. Nice, we make the jump without body rubbing. I'm very happy. I'm not gonna go for the super hard P-speed strategy there. These are not world record attempts. All right, I don't wanna miss a frame jump and then run right into the death waffle. I just wanna get in, get the star kill, get the heck out of there. Now, we are hoping for one piece of good luck from the Hammer Brothers this run. One, we just need 1. We haven't gotten any yet. We just need 1, and we wanna skip the star bro. So we heard a movement of 2, and boom, that is the star bro in the bottom left corner. That sucks. So they need to switch back for me. We get a nice jump, get the P speed, and I kind of didn't want to get the P speed because, like, again, I haven't played in a while, so it'd be nice if I if I didn't have to, like, on the fly be like, did I get it or did I not? And make some like weird turnbacks and stuff, but we nailed it. And I only have 1 music box for the Piranha Play. I can't do anything about this. I got max bad luck with the Hammer Brothers. But again, like I said, if you're in the same situation, right? You grab the music box in World 5 and you have to grab this star. There's no use fighting it. Don't try and avoid it. Not much you can do. It's the right play. And now you have an extra star for 7-2. Now, remember, I didn't use my P-Wing in 5-1 and I had to get the P-Wing in World 4. So I don't have to go back to small Mario, right? I can use the P-Wing for 6-9. Instead of having to worry about taking a secondary damage, which was really nice. It was nice not having to do the wall jump, not having to worry about that. Unfortunately, I'm so used to taking damage in this level, I kind of forgot what to do there. So I decided, what the hell, I'll just do the slide strat, get out of there. It was still pretty fast, but I mean, I could have done it a little faster, definitely. And now I'm very happy because the rest of the world is not difficult. I fly in 6-9. I mean, the fortress is kind of hard, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Things kind of line up in that fortress. Yeah, that was a pretty decent 6-9 with the P-Wing. fortress. So far, you guys have all learned the right decisions to make if this happened to you in a Warpless run. So that's awesome. You guys get to see all the level strategies during those mistakes, like little things that I would have to do and what I wouldn't have to do. Right, paying attention to your inventory is a very big thing in any percent Warpless. You need to know exactly what spot they're in so you can minimize the amount of tiles, I guess, you move or inputs you do in the menu. And it's, yeah, inventory kind of makes it really exciting as well. Right on, so that fortress went nice. I'm kind of on a roll right now. World 6 went beautiful. World 5 went beautiful. And World 4 was pretty beautiful too, minus the bad RNG. We actually got bad Hammer Brothers in every single world in this run. Very sag, super sag. Let's fast forward through the ship though. I got the clip I just saw. Oop, let's not go too far though. This is perfect, right here. Sorry about the flashing. All right, we don't have Fire Flower, which is fine. We'll do the stomp kill. Right on. Set up for the subpixel manipulation, move 1 pixel to the right and try and move 1 pixel to the left. I'm in my mind, I have the right subpixel. Like I always second guess it though. But aside from that, remember we got an extra Hammer Brother in World 6, which is the star. That means I don't have to overstress myself with fast 7-2, and I'm pretty happy about that. As long as I get 7-1, I can do star 7-2, I can P-Wing 7-4-1, and I can P-Wing 7-6. So I'm actually pretty safe until 7-8. That's when the run gets really stressful again. So we get our P-Wing, now we have 2. We're gonna try and get 7-1 first try. Oof. And I didn't even get an opportunity. I actually jumped late, so even if I had the right subpixel, I messed up the jump. But we got a 4th try. I'm pretty happy about that. In a race, that's, I think, 6 seconds or so time loss. I think. No, 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Because, you know, you don't count the first attempt. So 3 extra attempts. Not so bad. Hey, we don't have to worry about pipe transitions like in the Japanese version. Not losing time there. Let's go. All right. So this is what you would do with the star. You would make sure you build P-speed, and then the jumps kind of are the same, where if you get fast 7-2, the jumps kind of line up with each other. It's not so bad. The main goal here is to get pipe to pipe, which that did not look like I lined up for pipe to pipe, unfortunately. The run's over. Reset, cancel, delete, no pipe to pipe, no Mfp Tunnel. Am I even Mario 3 anymore? All right. What do you guys think Warpless would be like if we had to do 7-4 in every category? Frickin' sea creatures. All right, 7-3 is arguably the easiest level. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than jumping into a wall like 7-1. But 7-1 creates so much stress that nobody looks at that level as like an easy level. But in terms of your physical abilities, 7-3 is probably the easiest. Things just line up. It's really not that scary. It's very nice level. All right, we have to do good inventory with the cloud. Very, very sexy. Ooh, sexy. All right, we got a P-Wing. So now I got a good look at my inventory. I have a P-Wing, music box, star, and a cloud. So I have an extra star for somewhere if I want to use it. And I have the music box for the plant at the end. I have the P-Wing for the next level, and I have the cloud for 7-9. And I don't have the damage boost here because we are not clipping. All right, so this run is pretty good. It's not so bad. It's definitely 51 pace. Nice, we use our P-Wing, no more clip. So there was really no stress for the first half of World 7. I really like that. I mean, that's exactly what you want in a race. Okay, we move on out of that level. Not a whole lot we can do. This is where it gets interesting. I don't need the star because I still have my leaf, so I can do good damage boost strats. This jump right there, that duck jump is one of the hardest ones. You overshoot, you hit the pipe, you undershoot, you land in the hole. I'd say one of the hardest jumps in the level. But there's actually quite a couple more artists. We kept P-speed here. Nice. Hopefully I don't flub the end here, which is, I did a couple times in practice, but we're looking pretty good. Very nice. I was stressful. So here's an option for some runners out there. If you're in a race and your 742 is getting under your skin a little bit. It was eating at me. My run was really good. I was on good pace and I didn't want to mess up my run. So here's what I decided to do. Get my 2 shots, then get the star. I'm very happy. I don't have to worry about nailing my shots. I don't have to worry about missing. I get my P speed here and it lines me right up to and now I just continue the level normally, right? I would highly recommend a lot of other runners use it just like that in a race. Like, I know you can, right? I know a lot of runners, including myself, can definitely do it without that, but the stress is not worth the second in a race. It's really the RNG in the hands and you being on like peak performance, I guess. That's really what we're looking for. But not so bad. That's an option. Take it or leave it, right? We got it. Now, fast forward through this. Unfortunately, you can't hammer kill. Unfortunately, you can't hammer kill the Koopa kits. And I think it's YouTube's lucky day because there's really no point in watching the tanks and the Navy because I'm going to spoil it. I don't take damage and there's no time save or loss to be had. So now that we know our time of 42:38, we can actually fast forward past the shot. Well, I mean, look at this. You get to look at a little bit, right? I mean, look at how long these are. You get to look at a little bit. Yay, wee. I'm just throwing hammers. There we go. We'll watch a little bit of the Navy, okay? I mean, I like the Navy level, and I bet a lot of you out there like the Navy level too. The tank is pretty long and drawn out, but the Navy, not so much. The Navy's quite short, actually. And I always think the Navy's pretty cool. You got the brown water, all the cannons, pretty cool. All right, we go for the hammer kill, and now it is time for the hands. Now, any hand would cause me to potentially get in 2nd or 3rd place. There's a couple runners, I don't know where they are, but there's a couple runners where I do. So everyone knows in Warpless, it doesn't even matter if you're racing or not. The goal is to get no hands. I mean, that's what you want. Boom, let's go. No hands. That's what I'm talking about. So if you look at my time, you can see I'm plus 1 minute 17. If you add 1 minute 17 to 50:30, I am actually on 51 pace. This is a really good run. I'm actually a little nervous here. This is waking me up. It's waking me up. Let's fast forward a bit here. Get to the, right to the levels. That's what I'm talking about. Using that star. I definitely don't need to use a star here, but I have 2. So use a star here, use a star on the fortress. Nice, get the P speed. I actually almost fell there, but I made it back. I recovered, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Very nice. So I was practicing 8-2 before the race, and I was missing some hammers on the sun. So I'm actually a little nervous to hit the sun. I always mess it up every once in a while, but you know, you turn around, nice, and I nailed the shot. I'm happy about that. I didn't fall in the pit. Nice, we got our good hammer throws. Yes. This is a pretty damn good race. Pretty good decisions. This is a great video for examples of anyone else running this game of the right decisions to make given the situations. So not so bad. I avoid the hammer, or sorry, I avoid the fire flower suit because I have the hammer. I don't need the fire flower. Bowser goes down much faster. I actually tried to not get the P speed there because I just wanted to make sure I got through. And normally I go for the overkill, which the boss's health goes over its max too fast and then cycles back and creates a lot of ticks. And I decided not to go for it, but he did it anyways, and then I tried to throw 2 more hammers and he still didn't die. The Boom Boom had to have like 2 ticks of health. If you overkill the Boom Boom, the same thing happens as if you killed him with the star. You get the upside down orb because the star hits him so fast, like his health just goes crazy. I try and do the same thing with the hammers, but in that instance, I tried to not do it and I got it anyways, and then it didn't work, and now I lost hammer suit. So that is easily, I want to say, a 40-something second time loss, but we can fast forward and we can go straight to the Bowser. Yep, we got the Boom Boom kill. I got to stomp it, so I lose time there, that's for sure. And I mean, I lost time on the other Boom Boom for having to stomp it. Very unfortunate that I tried to not go for the overkill and the Boom Boom ended up overkilling anyways. Yep, So this is what a Bowser's Castle would look like if you didn't have Fire Flower or Hammer Suit. It's pretty close to the same, except, you know, the way you kill Bowser. You don't jump up top. You don't have fireballs. And yeah, 1, 2. Dude, I got double Karua'd there. That's unfortunate. You got to watch out for those. Okay, now we go for the statue room. Very nice. We get the jumps. Yeah, everything is pretty much the same. Didn't fall in the lava, which is good. And then now it's just kind of sit and wait. But one good thing is, like, I got pretty decent RNG with Bowser. He took 2 shots there instead of 3. He turned kind of fast. He shoots once, twice, jumps. This is incredible Bowser RNG because he can just sit there and do 3 shots. He did 1, 2, jumped. He delayed a little bit, but he still has not shot 3 bullets, 3 fireballs. He shot 1 fireball and jumped there. That's really good Bowser RNG. Really good Bowser RNG. I'm happy. But if I had my hammer suit, we would have got like a 51-40 something. But instead, I actually missed my timer, so it's not going to show because I'm pressing, you know, end race in the browser. And what is it? A 52-27 is what I got. But I got first place. Out of 34 runners, I got first place. I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I hope you enjoyed my commentary over top. I hope you guys learned something, and more importantly, you guys now know certain things to do given the situations with the Hammer Brothers and little safety strats that you can do that you would never see in a run. But yeah, thanks all for watching, and yeah, subscribe and like and bell, and, you know, do your job, I'll do mine. Let's go. Take it easy, everyone. Thanks for watching. Woo!